For the I'm late Sarah, we need to make sure we've got all our pieces. This is actually going to be a fun bag to put together. You're going to need your front panel. You're going to need both sets of your ears, so you're going to have a front and a back ×2 for your ears. A bow tie. You're going to have a front and back for your pocket watch. Now this may seem weird, but you do need something like you could just do like a, I don't know what this is called, one of these like key ring things, or you can do like a key ring swivel hook set. This is what I'm doing. And then you are going to want some stabilizer specifically for the pocket watch. Now, you can add some stabilizer to the ears. I will not be doing that for this tutorial, but you are totally welcome to do that if you so choose. The first thing I am going to do, I'm going to slide Mr. Rabbit right there, is I'm going to add some double-sided sticky tape to the back of his bow. And all I'm doing for this is to help hold it in place for where it goes. And we're just going to give him a dapper little bow right where it goes. So right there. And we're going to end up top stitching that all the way on. But I like to do multiple steps because this wouldn't be a Nefarious video if I didn't do multiple steps. I'm going to go ahead and take my pocket watch, and I am going to go ahead and adhere my stabilizer. So I am using Decaville Light. You are going to want something that's pretty sturdy. So I've got my Decaville Light. So I've got two full-size pieces, but then I also have like 2 extra small pieces to go up in the area here. So I'm going to go ahead and stabilize that really quick. I have them stabilized, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Remove that backing. And then I'm just going to line them up fairly well. I am going to use some clips to help secure, just in case it wants to shift a little bit. I've had days like that. And I'm going to set that right here. Then I'm going to grab my ears. Now you want to make sure that your ears can line up really nicely. All right. And then we're going to also apply some double-sided tape just to help hold this in place. Remove the backing. Going to line those up also very nicely. And now I'm going to top stitch all the way around these ears. Whoops, here we go. Now I'm going to top stitch all the way around these ears on both these ears. I'm going to top stitch, leaving my threads long. I'm going to go all the way around the pocket watch. And then doing the same thing, leaving my threads long, I'm going to top stitch this bow all the way around. So I'm going to start with our bunny's bow. I'm going to pull my threads long. And then I'm just going to stitch all the way around the bow so I can secure it. Alright, so the bow is attached. I'm going to set that to the side. Then I'm going to work on the ears. Same concept, leaving my threads long. I'm going to top stitch all the way around and repeat for the second ear. For the clock, as you can see, my threads are long. I'm going to start top stitching all the way around because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use a 5mm grommet to go through here so it doesn't tear up the pretty art. I should have mentioned that in the beginning, but I think it'll hold better and I think it'll look pretty. So this is actually a 5.5mm grommet. I got mine off of Amazon, but there are really great resources out there if you don't want to buy off Amazon. I'm also going to use this really nice leather punch to make my initial hole. I'm going to try to make my hole right here so I don't damage the artwork. And you want to do it enough so you go through all those extra layers. And then, so yeah, that's a good enough hole. I've got a tool to help install it. I'm just going to get my pieces lined up here. Going to get my artwork here. Make sure you guys can see it and give it a good press. Clean this up a little bit. Ouch. Stab myself with a... So there's what I'm doing. Then I'm going to use this keychain ring. I'm just going to slide it on. Now obviously if you guys wanted to edge coat this, you totally could. Now from here, if you wanted to, you could add it straight to your zipper pull. I've got these soda pop tabs that would be really cool to add. Or you can just add it straight to a keychain, like so. I still think I like it. It might be a little long for a keychain, but it's still really cute. And, oh, I don't know, it looks like a pocket watch that way. Anyway, so that is your watch. You can set that to the side. We're going to need some double-sided tape. And all we're going to do is we are going to stitch the ears on at a V onto the panel. You want to stay out of your seam allowance. This is not a seam allowance ear. This is one of those that we are just stitching onto the panel itself. So I just want a little bit of double-sided tape. You don't have to use double-sided tape, but once I place these ears, I really don't want them to move, so I'm just going to use a little bit to help secure them. What do we think? Right there's good. So I'm just going to put a little bit at the end of each ear just to help hold it in place. And this is your bag. You can do however you'd like to. If you want your ears a little wider or a little closer together, you want them a little more perky, it's your bag. You do you. But I am literally going to sew a V starting about mid here, back stitching really well, or you can leave your threads long and just go all the way down, following the same ear parts that we top stitched so that we secure it down and it doesn't move. And I'm going to repeat for the other ear. Trim my threads. Now obviously you're going to use threads that match. I did not, so this is what he looks like with the ears attached and the bow attached. So here is the completed I'm Late Sarah. We've attached our ears, finished bow, and scooch you over here. Here is the attached clock. Isn't that cute? I'm going to go ahead and sit it up. And then I'm going to move you. There you go. And there's I'm late. I hope you enjoyed sewing along, and I can't wait to see all of yours out in the wild. Make sure you're tagging K&A and your girl Nefarious out when you make yours. So for now, ta-ta, and I'll see you around.